As you've gotten to watch this and be involved in it, again, from a position where the retail consumer doesn't know Bill Capuzzi, doesn't know Apex, they know Altruist, they know Betterment, they know, Wealthfront, they know, something like this. What are some of the most exciting things that you see from this democratization of finance, and what are some of the challenges that you've also seen maybe in our financial markets or operations just because of this new way of millions and millions of people being able to trade fractional shares or instantaneously, move money 24/7? Like, maybe share some thoughts there about that.
Well, first thing I would say is, and thank you for that intro. Yeah, I'm proud of what we've done, and I think we were a pioneer in terms of, if you go back to the Robinhood days, partnering with Robinhood to help drive sort of frictionless account opening and zero commission, and like you said, fractional shares. All the things that we've done over the past 7-8 years, I think, has drove massive positive change in our industry. Mm-hmm. So on the whole, I think it's just a great time to be a retail investor, because the solutions that are out there today are just so much greater and so much better than they were in over the last 10 years. You asked about where it's going, and I think I have a really neat seat, right? So I get to meet people like you, Ron, right? So we sat and had an awesome conversation, and those I have those often with people, and it's often people like you guys that are on the sort of bleeding edge of change and driving disruption. And I get to see it in many different sort of sides of our business. And the one thing I would tell you that for sure is coming is, historically we've kind of worked in a stovepipe scenario. When you think about someone's financial life, think about your own life. You have your banking, you have your investing, you have your lending, right? You have your insurance. Let's just stop there on those 4 pillars. And except for the people that have lots and lots of money, that have concierge service through their advisory, right? Most people, right, even people that are wealthy and then mass affluent down, they live in those 4 stovepipes. I have a Bank of America account. My check goes in, my deposit from my employer goes into my Bank of America account. Then I have an investing life. And in my investing life, I have an advisor who manages some money, but he doesn't manage all my money. I have a 401k over here. And then I have some passions where I want to invest in individual stocks. So I have a third leg of my investing world. Then I have loans, car loans, home loans, student loans, and then insurance, right? Life insurance, healthcare insurance. Mm-hmm. And what's happening, and we can see it happening, especially with the folks on the bleeding edge, those 4 are starting to come together. And I think that is really cool. That's really powerful, right? And if you just took banking and investing, you put those 2 together and you said, okay, I don't say control, that sounds terrible, but if I had your paycheck coming in and I could interrogate in a real-time way what money's coming in and out, and then be able to see your investing life, right? And then connect those dots, you can just create better yield for the end customer. Right? Yeah. And I think the best way that manifests itself is, quick one here is, my dryer broke 2 weeks ago, right? Because I got 4 kids and there's lots of washing and drying in my house. Okay, broke. New washing machine or new dryer costs whatever it was, $800. How do you raise $800? What's the best way for me to find that money? Okay, I have some money in the bank. I have investments. I could take out a loan. And to the extent that there was some way for you to press a button and say, with my life and what I have available to me, what's the best way for me to raise $800? Right? Conversely, the other side of that, which is, hey, we're heading into year end. at least people in financial services, oftentimes you get a bonus check and you get an unexpected $1,200 into your bank. What should I do with the money? Right. And yeah, you could blow it and go party or go on vacation, fine. But let's put that part aside. How else should I invest it? Should I leave it in the bank? Should I pay down a loan? I think what's neat and what we're seeing is that folks are trying to sort of connect those dots at the data level to be able to unlock better insight for the end customer. And so, the historical way, I think, traditionally advisory just stuck to that one stovepipe. What I'm seeing is that the fintechs are kind of cutting across, and oftentimes the advisory world sort of steals those ideas from the fintechs, right? And that's not a bad thing. I think in this case, a really good thing, which is we need to be more life coaches, help people manage their money, not their investments. And I think some advisors do that really well. The challenge is how do you do that in scale for people that, like we talked about before, that aren't the $1 million plus account. And it takes technology, right? It takes efficiency in the way that you sort of connect those dots.